Hey everyone, Sirturmund here. Sometimes you want to play hard Runeterra games. Sometimes you want to play control games, want to think about your decisions, want to do some cool moves, right? You've seen us play Lee Sin Viktor this past week. And sometimes you just want to smirk. And that's what we have today. So today, I'm just going to bring you guys some classic Pirate Aggro gameplay. I was surprised when I was looking through my videos that I actually have never showcased this deck. I have showcased Pirate Aggro before, but never actually Pirate Aggro. So if you are like a new player out there or someone who just came back from like a long break, this aggro deck is one of the cheapest decks to build, as well as obviously the Pirate Aggro deck, etc. So if you're looking for something that you can build cheaply as you start off the game to allow you to climb, that is actually still a good deck, I recommend this. I recommend Pirate Aggro. And pretty much any aggro deck tends to be cheaper to build than other decks. So this deck right here is the classic Pirate Aggro, and I'm going to just go full greed on smirking and going as wide as possible. So as you can see right off the bat, we're playing 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 1-drops, right? So all the 1-drops here are very useful. Probably the least useful one is Jagged Butcher, because sometimes it's very rare where you can actually trigger his +1/+1, but it's still really good to trigger sometimes. I prefer playing 3 Butchers over 3 Precious Pet, just so that I'm not that vulnerable to stuff like Pokestick, Battle Feast, Wells, etc. Because at least the Butcher has an additional point of health compared to the Precious Pet. So all of these cards obviously are very good at the aggro gameplay. You always want to start with at least one of these in your hand, especially if you're attacking in turn 1. If you're attacking in turn 1 and you don't have a 1-drop, just kick your whole hand out and make sure that you get one drop, because that initial point of damage makes a big difference. Then we have a 2-drop. So we play 3 Imperial Demolitionist, which is doing 2 burn to the Nexus, 3 Grenadier, because it's also guaranteed 1 damage to the Nexus, so pretty much just all the burn. We play 2 Make It Rains, 3 can be a little bit awkward, and we play 2 Mirage Warden so that we can go wide. Again, we want to go wide. So sometimes you can do like turn 1 Corsair or Saboteur and then turn 2 Mirage Warden and just get such a huge advantage over the opponent. We play 3 Misfortune because her skill is really useful. Not only is pushing 1 damage to the Nexus, but also a lot of your units only have 2 attack. But with the Misfortune skill on the board, it means that they cannot be blocked by units that have 3 health, right? Because they still get killed by the 2 attack plus the Misfortune skill. 3 Fervor to just burn the opponent's face. 2 Navigators because he actually kind of synergizes with both Misfortune and the Cratcher Corsair. And the Navigator herself at a 2/4 can actually survive and at least push 2 points of damage most times. 3 Sap, she will always draw us into Make It Rain or the Fervors, which makes her almost a guaranteed point of damage to the Nexus, and she's also elusive, so she's putting some pressure on the opponent. Obviously 3 Decimates, and then you finalize the game plan with GP. There are some games where the game might go long enough that you can actually level up GP, and if the opponent doesn't have a way to answer that, you can push the damage. In general, though, his Overwhelm can be enough, even if you don't level him up, and the fact that he summons a Powder Keg, which means that your Fervor can do 4 damage, your Decimate can do 5 damage, or your Make It Rain can do 2 damage, can also be very impactful. So this is a classic Pirate Aggro list. I saw in the America server that there are 3 players in the top 10 right now that were playing Pirate Aggro recently. And according to a lot of the data right out there by Dr. Lore and other people that keep track of the matchup data, Pirate Aggro is doing amazing. It's one of the best decks right now in ladder because of the win rate that he has and the matchup table that he has against almost everything else. So again, if you're looking for a good deck to climb with that is aggro and that is cheap and fast to play games, this is a deck that I recommend because it's actually very good. So anyways, hope you enjoy the games coming up soon, and remember, if you like the content, to subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. I'll see you all at the end of the video. For just outro, I think there's not really a lot to mulligan here. I mean, in terms of mulligan, just keep your 1-drops, keep your 2-drops, keep your units, and just join to your burn later. So yeah, it's just going to be an outro this time around and no mulligan tips at the end. I'll see you all at the end of the video. Have a good one. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Leona Yasuo. There's no way this deck can survive against aggro, is there? Now, to be fair, it looks like we didn't get a 1-drop, so maybe 1-drop. Ooh, okay, Rearguard, Mirai, Misfortune. That's a nice curve. This is a very nice curve. Now they could have the one-drop Sun. Actually, this is probably the best one-drop to get, because even if they have their own one-drop, they are the Soldier. There we go. We can still kill it. Every other one-drop wouldn't have been able to attack into that. That's actually pretty good that we ended up getting that one. Now, the Misfortune is also really good because it means that he will not be able to block with like this stuff, and everything's gonna have 2 attack. Plus the Misfortune is gonna be 3 to be able to kill the Blade Twirler if we need to. It's not bad. Yeah, we do Misfortune right now. Opponent only has 3 mana. What could they have with 3 mana? They could have the 2-drop. This doesn't matter to me, right? Yeah, this doesn't matter to me. You stun Misfortune, you're still getting hit by both. You can block 1, you can block 2, but you will lose both units. Ooh. Now, I am fearful of putting the Demolitionist on the Misfortune just because opponent could have a Yasuo and then stun the Misfortune. But it might be worth it just so that we trigger the Gangplank on this turn. Okay, never mind. We just have to do the... Actually, do we have to do the Fervor right now? I guess we should. We should do the Fervor right now. We should stop the opponent from being able to heal. Yeah, we should always stop the opponent from being able to heal right here. It's a 3 HP difference, which makes a big difference when they're going against aggro. Right? So we can do this. We can do the Demolitionist. Or even Gangplank, to be honest. But Gangplank's just going to lose to the Sun for you. So I think it has to be the Demolitionist. I think it has to be the Demolitionist and just attack. The second Demolitionist as well. We should have enough blockers otherwise. And then the problem with second Demolitionist is that I probably want to actually keep... No, because we can always use Decimate next turn to actually trigger the GP. Yasuo's kind of annoying here. Not a Yasuo. They don't have anything that does 1 damage, right? They don't really have any 1 damage pings. So I think this is fine. Because this is what's gonna happen here, right? We can attack with both of them. He can block with the Blade Twirler. And he can block with this one. But then we're still in a good spot. If he blocks with the other one, like if he blocks with the Blade Twirler, it means that he loses his big attacker, right? Yeah, see, he's hesitant about it. Leaving this at 1 HP is fine with me, because we can just block either the Sunforger or the Blade Twirler with this girl. Obviously, we probably just block the Sunforger, I guess. Oh, that's huge. That's going to level up Misfortune. Wait, that's actually crazy. This is actually crazy. Here's what we can do. We can do Gangplank this turn. Have his Parley to go to the Nexus, right? We should bring the GP to 4 out of 5. We do the Island Navigator next turn. That's unfortunate. I still think this is the play. Opponent's going to be able to heal 4 to 13, but I think this is still the play. We just do the Gangplank into the Nexus. Opponent's even going to let us do this. Wow. Really? Really? Yeah, we have to do it this way. We have to do Gangplank into the Nexus. He could have what? What did he GG for? Misfortune and GP are both gonna level up here if the opponent is not careful. Right? I need to be careful though that we don't get the Golden Sister, so I think we don't attack with both. I think we just attack with the Pinion Square. Because if he has something like Pale, he's actually gonna be able to heal again. Okay, that's kind of annoying. That's actually really annoying. Yeah, we just do it like this. This levels up GP. Misfortune's also gonna level up. We attack with everything. We have Decimate available. Kill this right now, I guess. Stun. Okay, so he's gonna do the stun. So that's gonna stop. So the way that the reason that he did that is because he knows that he can just win here by attacking next turn. Problem that he's gonna have is that by blocking with this unit, he has no good blockers for Misfortune, right? Because he decided to block this way, Misfortune levels up now, and he doesn't have any good blockers. He's gonna have to have exactly Pale Cascade for this girl. He's gonna have to have exactly Pale Cascade for the elusive for next turn. And hope that we don't get Make It Rain. Yeah, he literally needs to hope that he doesn't get that we don't get Make It Rain. Or anything else, literally any damage. He needs to open attack and he needs to have Pale Cascade on the Silver Sister to be able to push the damage. That stun was crazy. That stun was pretty crazy. I won't deny that. What? What? Oh, come on, let's go. He needs to have double deny here. Or hope that we don't hit it. And we hit it. Whoo! GG's. We hit the Nexus anyways. He developed the healing because he figured I need the heal. But by doing that, oh my goodness. That was crazy. So he GG'd us earlier. I need to GG him now. Right? BM with BM. He was like, yeah, I got this, right? When he GG'd us last turn because he was able to heal all the way back up. Oh, yeah. How does that feel, opponent? Never GG early, guys. That's just BM. Woo! Woo! So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Twisted Fate Swain. Now, they do have a lot of removal because they have Death Hand, they have Make It Rain, and they have Twisted Fate, right? So this is actually going to be kind of tough. Very, very tough for us. Is the Jagged Butcher correct? I don't think he is. I think we're fine with the Sap, we're fine with the Misfortune. Maybe 2 Saps is a little bit too much though. Maybe we need to keep the Jagged Butcher as a way to have like a 2-drop unit, right? Something that we can play in turn 2. Because right now all we have is a Rear Guard, but we don't have actually anything to play in turn 2. Unless we draw another 1-drop right here. Okay, we got the Butcher back, so I guess that's okay. I'm okay playing the Butcher because we're going to have the Misfortune. So Misfortune will still present the damage to do the Croaker, right? Yeah, so here we can do the Misfortune. Oh, this would have been a lot better than the Butcher, but it's okay. Ooh, Calling Strike. Alright, so the Calling Strike means that we cannot attack with the Butcher. I disagree with that. I think we still attack with the Butcher. I think I still attack with the Butcher because we could potentially get Make It Rain right here with the Sap. And we're also going to have the Island Navigator that the opponent's going to have a hard time defending against. Yeah, so because of the Sap Spray Fin, I'm okay putting this at 1. Because then we'll be able to just do Make It Rain with the Sap. We have a second Sap to potentially get the Make It Rain. We have two hits, right? We have 2 Make It Rains and 3 Fervors in the deck. So either way, there we go. And we get the Make It Rain. And I think we do it now. So we do the Make It Rain now so that we get the GP level up trigger. He also must have a pretty awkward hand for him to play the Croaker like that, the way that he did. And then I think we do Island Navigator because he's a good attacker into this. But then if he gets the Swain, it does make it a little bit awkward to attack with Swain. So this is telling me that he's setting up for either a second Make It Rain or setting up for a Twisted Fate. In which case, I still like the Navigator. I still like the Navigator here, even if the opponent does a Twisted Fate. Could also have Flock, I guess. But at least this, yeah, at least this means the Make It Rain makes it a little bit easier. Could have Flock right here. Doesn't have it. So now he could have the Twisted Fate, right? Third Make It Rain. We pushed 3 here though, right? So we pushed 3. This is 2, so it's gonna be an 8. So if we draw 2 decimates, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. We can join to another ping right here. Oh, okay, we guarantee that we can draw the fervor. This gives us a fearsome blocker. Even if the opponent has the death hand, we can just summon another grenadier. I think if the opponent passes, we have to pass back. Okay, if he does like this, I'm okay with this too. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just go wide? What if we just go wide? It's kind of risky, right? But here we can just go wide. That's 3, 6, 8. He's gonna have to block, obviously. Otherwise, he gets hit by 5. I think we cannot develop though, because if we develop, he could easily have Twisted Fate. I like to develop. No, it can't. Death Hands, Flock, Twisted Fate. He already used 3 Make It Rains. I like to develop. He doesn't. He's not gonna. I'm gonna put him on not having Twisted Fate. Now we could have done the Mirai, but I think I'm gonna do the second sap, just so that we play around the Twisted Fate. So here they use all 3 Make It Rain. So all he could have here is like Death Hands. And we could do the second sap, guarantee we draw the second fervor, or it could be a second Make It Rain. But we're gonna be able to go wide enough that I don't think he can do anything about it. Okay, that's kind of annoying now, because he does have enough blockers. So we'll go like this and just push the 4 damage here. It's also probably better not to attack with this though, because that way we have a blocker with the Swain. I think it's better to just attack with the sap and just have the fervor as a backup. Because if we attack with the sap, he's gonna go to 6, so double fervor can do it. This is doing another 2 damage. We're still gonna be 1 damage off. So we got punished by the House Spider. Could have also been a sentry, so yeah, I think there were a lot more punishes. Ah, there you go. So he does the... He did have the Twisted Fate. So he did have the Twisted Fate. Here he could have a second Swain. So here we just do the first Death Hand. So he's down to 5 health. So technically we kill him with double Grenadier plus the Fervor, if the opponent has like absolutely nothing else. We have a block for the Swain. We want to summon the rear guard so that we can do the Fervor, by the way, because we don't want to do the Fervor in any of our damaged units. Because if we do, he just does their block, right? So now here, if he has a Death Hand, we just lose. Yeah, I mean, if he has a Death Hand, if he has the Death Hand, we lose. We always do it here because this is the one that's not damaged. These two are guaranteed to die here. Dealing the 2 damage plus 3 here, so that's gonna be exactly 5. If the opponent has a Death Hand, we always lose. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Ooh, that was close. That was close. So it was very important for us that the opponent develop and let us develop the rear guard. Although if they didn't develop, they wouldn't have killed us anyways, so they had to develop, right? But yeah, GG's. Close, close, close. Whew. Very, very close. So in this matchup, we'll be able to go against Viktor Aphelios. Now, I know this deck has a pretty good win rate recently, so it can be very scary. Make It Rain does hit some things in their head deck, though, which makes me feel like I should keep it. So I like this hand. I like this low curve, and I think Make It Rain can hit the Lunari Dustbringer. Oh wow, okay, we're not gonna bother with the Dustbringer, but we can just do a full boom, boom, boom. But there you go. That's what I was talking about, right? So that's why we kept the Make It Rain. Maybe we keep it anyways. Maybe we don't actually do anything just yet. Okay, no, we're just gonna do the Corsair and we're gonna do the Rearguard. Or we can do the Jagged Butcher as well, but I think it's fine to do the Rearguard. Yeah, I think it's fine to do the Rearguard, because opponent is never gonna actually not block both of these, right? Yeah, opponent's always gonna block both of these. If you summon the Butcher, the opponent would just be able to block with that, right? So we can do Saboteur, we can do Navigator. Still have mana for Make It Rain. Navigator means that we're able to attack twice with this girl. Ha! That's a nice high roll, but also kind of bad, right? If the opponent blocks with a Ballistic Bot, we're able to Make It Rain. It's nice because it's gonna push a lot of damage. He's gonna push a lot of damage. Yeah, if he tries to block with Ballistic Bot. Oh yeah, we just do Make It Rain and just kill the bot, and then we attack with everything. So he's gonna do it like this. Oh, he decided to block this damage, so now we just Make It Rain and push another 3 damage. Another 4 damage, I guess, right? Actually 5, if the opponent doesn't have any more blockers. Yeah, there we go. So now opponent is down to 12. Our board is kind of a little bit janky though. Oh, okay. Sap is a really good card to draw. He doesn't wanna deal with the Corsair anymore. Yeah, Sap is a really good card to draw because he will let us. There we go. Draw more cards. Opponent decides to pass. In which case we're just gonna go super wide. Do we attack here or do we do one more? We just attack here. I think I don't want to risk losing to something else or potentially opponent getting like lifesteal or something, right? Because technically he's gonna die here to the Decimate plus the Make It Rain. Although it's very likely that the opponent just has the answer for it. Like they could have the Star Shaping. There we go. So I guess we still go ahead and commit the Decimate. This is nice because now it means that the opponent cannot attack with that Viktor. No reason not to do the Decimate here, just in case that we draw something else that we want to play next turn. It's down to 5. Already did it 1 Star Shaping. We get the Grenadier. We have Make It Rain. Please don't get Lifesteal. Challenger, okay. So you can kill one of the units. But you're going to be losing your Viktor in the same time. He's going to try to do Pale Cascade, try to kill the Elusive, and then he's going to get punished by the Make It Rain. If the opponent doesn't summon anything else, I think I'm just going to pass. I want him to summon another unit before we do the Make It Rain. I guess now we can do it. I guess now we'll do it like this. Second Pale. Okay, so at least we did it before the opponent's able to draw the second part of the Viktor Death Mark. Or the Viktor Death Ray, sorry. This also triggers the GP. Opponent has a good blocker with Viktor, but he's still gonna die in the open unless he draws exactly the second Death Ray. Oh, he just gets a Thermos. Well, okay. Still dies though, right? Because the moment that he kills the Grenadier, he loses the game. If we draw a Decimate, we also win. We always open attack because this is putting him at 1, and the moment that he kills his Grenadier, he loses. He will need to have another Star Shaping. It's gonna try to stun this to the end of times. Oh my goodness, that's 3 Pale Cascade. Yeah, he has to try to stun this, right? Because if he ever lets this go through, this is just gonna, like, he's gonna have to block it, right? Fortunately, we're not drawing our removal. And he's gonna be in a tough spot because he didn't Nightfall. He's gonna have to actually obliterate. Wow. Wow. He could easily get the lifesteal weapon right here. Calibron. Okay. So now we just need to actually get like. We just need to get like any burn spell. Any burn spell and the opponent just dies. Caliber means that the opponent's gonna be able to go for... Problem with this gets counter. Yeah, this gets countered by the Death Ray. So we have to actually go for... We have to just hope that we get the last piece that we need. He's gonna have to spend one turn to do the Severum. I think that's a mistake. I guess he could have the Mystic. Yeah, he could have the Mystic right here and just win the game. Yeah, if the opponent has Mystic, he wins the game. Get excited, he wins the game. Aftershock doesn't win the game now. And there we go. Imagine if at any point this time we got the Fervor. I think we played it the right way, right? We kind of just ended up falling, you know, obviously he got the falling comet from the Lunaries, so it is what it is. But I think we played it as best as we could, considering our hand there. Yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Ezreal Caitlyn. Now, they do have removal, but we do have a pretty heavy board as well, so that the opponent needs to be worried about. So it's going to be rear guard first, by the way, because we don't want the Saboteur to lose to a Thermal. I'm wondering if the Butcher is actually correct. I don't think it is. I think we just keep the Saboteur. Okay, we got the Butcher back anyway, so I guess we could just go wide. But it's always going to be rear guard because he's not going to have any blockers for this. Because he could have Thermal for the Saboteur, but he cannot have Thermal for the rear guard because he has 2 HP. So no matter what, he's taking 3 damage. I think the Grenadier is better than doing this Mirai Warden because Mirai could low roll into an ephemeral unit. So I think it's always going to be the Grenadier. Pleased to meet you. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. That's a little bit unfortunate. Opponent's going to have a lot of blockers now. House Spider is probably one of the best ways for opponents to beat us. Okay, well, it's not an ephemeral, but it is an impact. It's pretty nice. I want the opponent to tap out of like Static Shock before we summon the Saboteur. Doesn't do it. I think we still go ahead and do the Saboteur. Now if the opponent has Thermal, he can just kill this. And there it is. I think we still go ahead and attack with everything. Now he's going to be able to block with Caitlyn, and he could technically also get a value block here. Okay, I was going to say, yeah, okay, so he still goes down to 12. This is 4. Okay, down to 13. This is always going to take him down to 12 regardless. We do the Sap. We also had the Butcher. Maybe we didn't need to let him do the Thermal. Maybe we could have just attacked and then just done the Butcher to be at 3-3. That's probably the one mistake I can see that we might have made here. Double Sap is great. I don't care about this unit dying. Double Sap is really good. We're gonna keep it on the field so that if he dies to like the bombs, that's fine. It's a way for them to eat up the bombs. Second Sap here means that, okay, that's fine. Second Sap means here that we are able to still push some elusive damage. This is 12. We're short. We're very short on ways to kill the opponent. We will have to get double Decimate, I think. If we don't get the second Decimate, I actually don't think that we have a chance. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. This is super risky in this matchup. Yeah, there you go. So this is like super risky in this matchup, right? Just because so the reason I summoned this, by the way, is to force the opponent to have to block this. Obviously, he's not going to do it. This is really risky because the opponent can always just remove. But I guess we can just do it on this guy now. Like, let's say the opponent has a block, right? I think I'm just going to do the Decimate right now. We'll keep the Saboteur for next turn. We'll keep the Saboteur for next turn. All I need is 2 damage. All I need is 2 damage. Flash Bombs are putting in a lot of work for the Caitlyn. Because Caitlyn's going to level up here very quickly. Flock is really annoying because you could have Mystic and Flock. You could have a second Caitlyn and Flock. So he has a lot of ways to deny our fervor. Why commit it right now? I mean, that's okay with me. I just don't do anything right now. Like now I just don't do anything. Now we just do this, right? The problem here is that we don't have any units. We have triple fervor, but no units to actually use them. Here, Caitlyn is about to level up. Very likely that we get hit by a second flash bomb. So Caitlyn's, it's gonna be 6 damage here. 6, 7 with the level up. 7 with the level up, 9. So we died to a Mystic Shot now. So we died to a Mystic Shot. We died to a Mystic Shot, yeah. Mystic Shot kills us. Ezreal kills us. We can just pass. So the reason that we pass is so that we can just do this. Now we can just do it. We can do this and we can do Demolitionist and also have mana for double fervor. So now opponent just loses. They shouldn't have a way to beat us here. So this is gonna be this first. That kills him, and then we have double fervor to finish the game. And if they have another answer here, we have the third fervor. And there we go. Opponent got a little bit of, I think, unless the opponent literally had no other units, I think the opponent has Tri-Beam in their hand. That's why they couldn't do anything, because we didn't have any units on the field, so they couldn't Tri-Beam anything. So yeah, that was close, but we got there. GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Jayce Heimer. Now, the opponent should be playing like a bunch of kind of control-y tools, right? This is so greedy, but I like it. Okay. Ooh, we got the perfect curve. Ooh, we got the perfect curve. Rearguard pushes more damage. Rearguard pushes more damage than Corsair. And it forces him to lose the sheath. Okay, but he gets the 1 mana back anyways. That's unfortunate. Next we can do Corsair plus Misfortune, I guess. That's unfortunate. Because we're going to have to attack with the Misfortune. And I don't know if I want to attack with the Misfortune. I don't know if I want to attack with the Misfortune next time. Because then she's going to be vulnerable to like a Battle Feast. But I might not have a choice. I might not have a choice. Because they could easily have Get Excited for the Misfortune anyways. Or just straight up a Thermal. Oh, wow. Okay. That's smart. But now you see how we get punished for this. Although we don't really get punished. This is still a good combo with the Corsair. But we are really far behind, huh? We haven't done a single point of damage. And he's gonna be able to kill the Corsair anyways. I guess we'll do this then. Since he's gonna kill the Corsair anyways, at least we can make it so he doesn't do any damage with the Financier. Yeah, this deck is like so good versus us. Like actually so good. Like I don't see a way how we beat this game. How we win this game, sorry. Because we still haven't seen some of his removal tools like Battle Feast, which could just be waiting in the corner. Let's have the opponent tap out of like something else first. Yeah, let's do this first while we have the chance. I think Grenadier can wait. Okay, I want the opponent to tap out of like a Get Excited or something before we play the Misfortune. Or like tap out of like the second Thermal. They could also easily have bots. This is such a good draw because it means that the Jayce cannot block us. Alright. If you have it, you have it. If you have the bots, You have the bots, thermal, anything like that, and you have it. I can't play around it. I can't play around it. So yeah, just do your thermal. But that was a 5-mana thermal again, which means that the opponent still didn't get the value that they need. We still push 2 damage here, put the opponent at 12. Now his Jayce is also vulnerable to like a Make a Rain, and he's also vulnerable to whatever else we get from this. Jayce is not close to leveling up just yet. We don't get to Make a Rain, unfortunately. And he's going to potentially get his first Sitska spell, which is the Production Search. Whatever he gets here, right? Whatever he kills here, even if he kills the Navigator, that's okay with me. Doesn't have a really good blockers here for either one of these units. Jayce is going to potentially level up though, which is a problem. Him being able to kill Misfortune twice is a big issue. I'm okay with this dying because potentially can give me something really good. He's still at 12. Still hasn't played Battle Feast. We potentially have all the Shadow Out control tools as well. Obviously has probably removal like Shock Blast. If he taps out of sets mana, that's good for us because that means that he just cannot level up. He's gonna just Battle Feast right here, I guess, or just do a 6 mana spell right here and level up the Jayce. What could you have for 6 mana? Oh, he got Vengeance, I guess. Vengeance. Wow, that's a big boy Vengeance because the Jayce still cannot block. The Jayce still cannot block, and he loses. Wow. Well, I mean, here's our Vengeance now. Here's the question. Do we give the opponent the option to potentially buff top up? No, I think we just kill this now, right? That's a good Vengeance to get from the Conservator. Yeah, we just kill this now. That way we push at least 4 or 5 damage, right? Because now even if he blocks everything, we're still pushing 5 damage. That puts him at 7. Yeah, you block here. Oh, he's gonna let us push 6 damage. Means that he feels confident that he can kill these other guys. That means he probably has a Battle Feast. I respect it. Oh, too far away. Too far away from leveling up. I'm gonna do it now. If the opponent has it, the opponent has it. No reason for us to wait one more turn. If the opponent has like another Vengeance, then they have it. Thermal, okay. Still don't think it was worth it to wait. At least now we get the Powder Keg. If we open, we push 2, and then if we get a Decimate, we push the Lethal. We don't need to now. We can just go ahead and do this. So now we can go wide. The Scout attack doesn't matter. So as soon as the opponent lets us attack, we're gonna go completely wide unless the opponent has exactly Ruination. Which I don't know why you would play Ruination in this list since you're playing the Production Search. But it is an option, right? Well, it's also pretty annoying here. Because he heals him back up, plus also gets rid of our Precious Pet. Double Battle Feast, Shock Blast, Battle Feast. Okay. So we lose both attackers. We lose our whole board. We cannot attack with the Navigator because he just gets countered by the Headstick Handler. We'll just keep this to block that. We can just do the Acceleration Gate though and win the game. Huh. That's 7. We lose to a Mystic Shot if we go like this, or we also lose to the second Shock Blast. Yeah, we just lose to a Shock Blast, Mystic Shot, get excited, anything, Atrocity, Aftershock. Alright. GG's. It's funny how it felt closer than it actually was. Yeah, that felt a lot closer than it actually was, but yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Caitlyn Ezreal. So potentially that we can just rush him down before they can kill us, but not if we don't get any 1-drops. Grenadier's so good. Grenadier's so good, but I think we want to go wide, right? Kind of want to keep the Grenadier. think we need to try to see if we can find the 1-drops here. I don't think I can afford to not do anything on turn 1. So I think we need to do, okay, and here we can just go rear guard, Crackshot, Corsair, and force the opponent to have an answer for that. This is a pretty good opening now. Because now we can just do rear guard, Crackshot, Corsair, right? And just push all that damage. Opponent needs to have like a Mystic Shot, Fervor, or everything. I mean, Mystic Shot, Thermo, etc. Yeah, that's the Mystic Shot. It said that next turn we can just do the same thing again. I guess we get punished by... Oh, wow. This is the nuts. This is the nuts. There's almost nothing here that's gonna stop us. I don't mind starting with the Corsair. Force another Mystic Shot out of him. If he has Static Shock, I don't want to summon the second Precious Pet. If he passes again and keeps the 4 mana, we're not summoning the Precious Pet. Okay, yeah, alright. He could have Thermo. If he has Thermo, then it's probably better for us to just attack like this, right? Yeah, because Thermo could kill the Saboteur, which is -1 damage, compared to us attacking with her right now. I still don't want to die to a Static Shock, so we're going to keep the Precious Pet back. His Fortune is really, really good here. Especially now that the opponent tapped out of being able to kill the Misfortune. So he's gonna go and commit to kill the Saboteur or the Corsair. Either one, right? He has to spend a Mystic Shot right now, and then we just open attack again for all this damage. He could technically also save his mana right here. That's not correct, right? Because even if you flock this, we still already get her skill, right? To go through. So he's going to have what? He's going to have Get Excited. I mean, sorry. He's going to have Static Shot plus Get Excited here. But you still get hit by all this damage. Even if he has Static Shock, right? You still cannot kill the other two. He has to be Flock plus Static Shock. And even that is not enough. I don't think. Yeah, you're going to have to literally sacrifice your Ezreal. And there you go. Flock Static. Boom. Now he goes down to 5, loses his Ezreal, this stays alive. Oh, actually, no, he doesn't lose the Ezreal, but he's gonna lose it anyways to the Make It Rain. If we draw a Make It Rain later. Oh yeah, he does lose the Ezreal anyways because of the Misfortune skill. So the Make It Rain doesn't even matter. Now we just thin out our deck, although we ended up we actually prefer the Fervor now instead of the Make It Rain. So a little bit unfortunate that we didn't draw it. Boom, boom, bye-bye, Corsair. That's actually such a good hit. 2 flash bombs and they both hit the same target. That's such a good hit. I wanted to kill this sap so that we can just play Misfortune. I think I'm okay passing, right? I'm putting him on having Thermo, I think. So I'm okay passing and keeping the Misfortune on the field. Oh, okay, now that he taps out, I can do the Misfortune. This is gonna push... This is gonna push 2 damage, guarantee. He's gonna have to find a way to kill this girl. Yeah, there's the Thermo that we talked about. If we draw the Decimate, I think we need to open attack, right? Still think we go ahead and just open. Yeah, I think this is fine. We just play for our outs. Now we have two ways to win. We can draw Fervor or we can draw the Decimate. Yeah, there's 2 ways for us to win right here. Let's go ahead and do the Make It Rain right now, just in case that we draw another one. We can just clear his whole board. And we also want to do it so that we guarantee that we hit the Nexus before he gets more units on the field, right? Ah, that's a little bit annoying. That's 8. That's 8 damage. Plus this is 10. So now we're like down. We died to the Decimates if we don't get ours first. If we don't get our Decimate first, he just wins. He needs to just wait. He can't do any... Really? Okay, if he has Mystic, we die no matter what. So if the opponent has a Mystic Shot, we always die. So we're just gonna go for it. Maybe we need it. Yeah, doesn't have the Mystic. Ooh, we got there. if they had a Mystic, we always die anyways, because he could just Mystic shut our face. So there was nothing that we could have played around there. Our mistake was not committing. No, I think it was better to wait until this time to always play it, that unit. But yeah, GG's. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed those games. You're gonna see what I mean. This deck just bam, 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 go straight to the face, just punch them out, knock them down, burn them down, do everything you want. There's a lot of decks that are not able to survive against this aggression that you're able to put on the field. So that's where this deck kind of takes advantage and just takes a lot of praise, a lot of unsuspecting praise in the meta. Again, like I mentioned, it has a really good win rate right now in the ladder. So if you're looking for a deck to climb with, this is what I recommend. It does really bad versus control though. So if you start seeing a lot of Field of Rush, a lot of darkness, then that's when I would start dialing back down on playing Pirate Aggro. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, if you do, please make sure to drop a like and also make sure to subscribe to us. It will help us out a lot and we will really appreciate it. You can also catch us on Twitch at Twitch Sirturmund, where we stream 3 to 4 times a week. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow.